Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see today we're back in my bathroom. I wanted to take you along with me for my facial routine. So as of lately my skin has not been okay. It's like gone to crap. It's so bad right now. I've mentioned before in my previous videos how my skin has been dry, I'm breaking out. It's just not okay. And I think part of it has to do with the fact that I've been a little lazy on my skincare routine, and that is the worst for my skin. So I'm going to take you guys through my facial routine for when I'm having a bad skin week or whatever, when my skin's taking a bad turn. My skin is at its best when I do these things once a week. Sometimes I'll do a certain mask twice a week. And this is just what works. This is just what works for me. I have larger pores. I have tons of freckles, and I also have dry skin. So this is everything that works for me. I'm going to give you guys a little close-up on my skin. So as you can see, I have these little under the skin irritations that are they were blackheads, and it just became irritated, and I have tons of blackheads on my chin, little pimples here, and then I have tons of freckles, and within my freckles I have large pores and some are blackheads. So yeah, so I'm going to show you guys everything that I do step by step. So the first thing that I do is I cleanse my skin really good. I've mentioned previously in my nighttime skincare routine that I always use a Clarisonic. I use the Clarisonic with the Clinique foaming scrub. In the nighttime skincare routine, I was using the Caudalie one, and I had mentioned to you guys how I don't really like it. It's actually it's so crappy. I did not like it. So this one is freaking good. I recommend it. I like how it makes my skin feel super clean, and I feel like it's kind of been helping with the little issues that I've got going on. So yeah, so step one is cleanse my skin. I'm starting with no makeup on. Whoa, water's going everywhere. Just so you guys know. But if you watched my last video, you would know this, that I put the actual, sorry, I'm spitting out water and it's freaking gross. Sorry, excuse that. But I put the actual cleanser on my skin just to evenly distribute it before I actually go in with the Clarisonic. Alright, looking lathered. Then, Clarisonic time. Okay, all rinsed off. Now I am taking a clean hand towel and drying off my face. So I do extractions on myself, and I have these little extraction tools that I've had for a really long time. I'm sure you can find them on Amazon. I don't remember exactly where I purchased mine from, but they look like this. There's two of them here. They have the little heads. Oh, it's really hard to tell. But it's hard to tell. But yeah, I go in with these and I soak these in rubbing alcohol before and after I use them, just because I don't want any type of bacteria or dirt, anything bad getting into my pore when I use these. Before I actually go in with the tools to extract, I will take a separate clean hand towel and I'll get it soaked in hot water and have it sit on my face to kind of open up my pores a little bit, just so it's easier to get any gunk out. Okay. in case any of you are wondering why I have this horrendous band-aid on my finger. I don't know how, but I got a cut on my finger and I don't know where it came from and it freaking hurts like hell. But yeah, so next I go in with the little tool. I don't know if you guys want to see this up close. That might be gross. That might gross some of you guys out. Do you guys want to see, like, so far just the disgusting stuff that's come off my face? Okay, I'm going to show you, but don't judge. If you guys don't want to see me getting the gunk out up and close and personal, then I suggest you, like, skip forward 10 seconds because it's going to gross you out. That's disgusting. And once I get, like, a large amount of build up like this, I keep a little cotton round with some rubbing alcohol on it, and I'll just wipe it in between to get all that nasty crap off, and then go back in. Want to know something about my skin? How I feel about my skin? I freaking hate my damn large pores. Like, I hate these large pores. Like, I'm not okay with them, but I have to learn to be okay with them because you gotta make do with what you got. So I guess you gotta keep them clean so they don't get clogged and you don't get blackheads, because you can't actually make your pores smaller, but you can minimize the appearance of them. So yeah, I really hate my large pores. Just thought I'd say that. And just so you guys know, I do not use the extraction tool on the very tip of my nose because it's easy for it to slip and then you can cut your skin. So what I do is I get some Kleenex tissue and I'll kind of put my like fingers, I don't go with my fingernails, and I have enough tissue for padding. And I'll kind of just go like that on the very tip where it's more rounded and softer tissue. And I'll squeeze them out that way. I never go in with my actual fingers, because even if you wash your hands under your nails, there's disgusting little bacteria bugs, not actual bugs, but you know what I mean, that want to jump on your skin and get in your pores. And yeah, that's just not cute. So I use that as like my little padding. So you can me personally, I can really like easily just like keep going hard on my skin with the extraction tool, because I just feel like there's more and more that I need to get. But I've come to a point where I've trained myself to find a point to stop. Okay, so now that I'm all done with my extractions, I'll kind of I'll just rinse off my face a little bit to kind of get out anything that's just stuck to my skin. Okay, going back in with my handy dandy little clean hand towel. Okay. Now this is where I start with my face masks. I feel like I've done or used like a million different face masks. And the ones that I'm about to use just work for me personally. So these are just the ones that tend to work for me personally. Everybody has different skin, so it's not like I'm recommending people to use this on their skin, but for me it tends to work, and I tend to see a difference in my skin when I use these products. So I go in with 2 different face masks. The first one that I use is this Generation Clay. You guys see that? Charcoal clay mask. And what I like about this mask are the ingredients. So this mask has aloe vera in it, and it has arrowroot in it, and it has charcoal powder in it. And those are some of the very first ingredients. I like this mask a lot. I see a big difference in my skin when I use it. So I start off with dry skin, and I use a brush to apply it. So I'll just squirt a little bit on here and I'll start applying. All right, I am back and ready to wash off. So the mask has pretty much completely dried. I'm feeling pretty tight. So I'm gonna wash it off. Masks are kind of hard for me to like really get off. So what I use is one of these little compact washcloths. With these compact towels, you like run them under the water and then they'll just come undone. They're pretty cool. They're like, I don't know if I use them for any particular reason other than the fact that I think they're really cool. I like watching it expand. Okay, if you're a 90s kid, I'm sure you'll know this, but do you guys remember those little like toys, I guess, that were like sponge material? They had them in like animals and a bunch of different shapes, and you would leave them in water and then they would grow overnight and the next day they'd be huge. I always loved those as a kid, and these kind of remind me of that. All I did was soak it in some warm water, and then I'm kind of moistening the mask again so it'll be easy to take off. I don't pull my skin very vigorously because your girl doesn't want wrinkles. So kind of just do it at an uplifting motion. Oh, so very gently. Okay, so now that I wiped all of it off, I'm just gonna splash my face with some warm water again, just to make sure I got all the little bits off. I feel like my skin already looks so much better. It just feels cleaner since I did the extractions and the washing and the mask. Okay, so the next mask that I use is a pretty affordable one. I buy it from Trader Joe's. It is this Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay Mask. And it says on the directions to do equal parts this with water or apple cider vinegar. I go back and forth. So at times like now, I will mix it with apple cider vinegar. I don't do equal parts because I find that it becomes way too liquidy when I do equal parts. So I kind of just like eyeball it. But I go based off of how my skin is. So right now I'm doing the apple cider vinegar because I'm having little mini breakouts. It'll help with cleaning out and really I don't want to use the word disinfecting, but just like cleaning out all the bacteria in my skin. And when I have times where my skin is looking really dull or I feel like my pigmentation is coming out, I will mix it with lemon juice. So it all depends really. And if I just feel like I need it as an additional step, I'll just mix it with water. So I just kind of wing it. But I mix it in here. I just literally use a spoon to scoop it out. But yeah, that's the consistency. Like muddy. And I'll just do the same thing as before. I'll use the brush. I cleaned it off immediately after I used it. And I'll just go in and wait for it to dry. Just so you guys know, if you do use apple cider vinegar with this, your face will freaking stink like apple cider vinegar. You guys might have been able to hear the TV in the background. If you do hear voices, it's the TV. I leave the TV on at times to make me feel like I'm not so alone at home. Okay, so I'm all done with this mask and time to wait for it to dry and come back to clean off. Okay, so this mask has completely dried. It's like, it's so dry. It's like really cracking. My face feels super tight. So right now, I'm going to use another one of the disposable compact washcloths. In case you guys were wondering, I don't know if I already mentioned this with the first one, but I picked these up from Daiso. It's a Japanese store. They have tons of cool little things for inexpensive. So got these there. They come in a big pack. Okay, so I just wet this one, and this mask, it's kind of hard to take off. So I'm gonna let this cloth soak on my face for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go in with one of these buffing cleansing pads to kind of like really exfoliate the bits off. So you can tell that there's some little pieces that are still stuck on. So I'm gonna dampen this and then go in and take those little bits off. Okay, so now I'm just gonna rinse my face and move on to the next. So as you guys can see, that last mask really makes my skin pretty red. So what I like to do is I like to use this calming gel that I got from my esthetician. Can you guys see? Okay. This is the stuff that they put on when they do like microneedling treatments or like different chemical peels and stuff. So I love this stuff. All covered. So with this, I'll let it kind of soak into my skin a bit before I put on my moisturizer. And after I do a full facial, I use the Origins face mask, well, mask moisturizer. I mentioned it in my last vlog. It's the Drink Up Intensive one, this one. And I'll use this after, especially because lately my skin has been pretty dry, and I just did, you know, 2 masks and cleansing, so it's kind of gone through a lot. So yeah, I just don't want to dry out my skin. So this is the way that I will protect my skin from getting dry and just give a full boost of hydration to it. I don't want to apply an insane amount. So I'll just leave this on until tomorrow. I normally do these like little facial treatments to myself later in the day, so that way I can just sleep on it without, you know, having any additional loads of bacteria or, you know, anything, dirt or whatever settling on my skin. Okay, so that is everything. That is my entire facial routine that I like to do for my skin. So as you can see, I'll bring you guys in. My skin is a little bit irritated, but it's just inflamed from having from doing the extractions. So as you can see, my face is a bit inflamed and red, but that's just from me, you know, doing the extractions, and the apple cider vinegar also, because it's so acidic, it'll do that. I have kind of, you know, thick skin. My skin doesn't, it can take a lot. So me personally, I know that this is nothing for my skin. But yeah, the calming gel will really help it, and over a few hours, it'll really relax and it'll look so much better by tomorrow. So Yep, that is my entire facial routine. So I wanted to end the video with a little check-in update. It's been about an hour since I finished my facial, and I just wanted to show you guys how the redness is starting to go down and the inflammation is starting to also go down. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys that little check-in to show you that it won't stay that harsh red. At least for on my skin, I don't stay red. So yeah, I'm hoping that tomorrow my skin will be a little bit clearer than it has been the past few days. But thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Bye.